Mighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the leaders and county assembly, welfare of society, and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants. You've been pleased to call the performance of and trust in this public. Let your blessings send upon us here assembled. Grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our division in so just faithful and manners to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and those who seek mercy. Ring the quorum bell for 5 minutes. Bell for a further 5 minutes. Chief Whip, kindly confirm you have.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is enough quorum.
Clerk, take us through the order of the day.
Thank you, Speaker. We are in order number 400 and order paper number 439 of Wednesday, 24th June 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I am informed that at the gallery we have students from Friends Secondary School, Mikua, Bungoma County, with their teachers. And I want to recognize the teachers. So if I call your name, you just stand so that the members can see you. We have Mr. Ignatius Sikuku. Welcome. We have Nancy Makoha. Welcome. Our maybe 2 members to welcome them house. I want to give Honorable Gado Lima and the Honorable Mildred. Honorable Mildred, you welcome the students of Friends Secondary School Mikua from Mugomba County. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I take this opportunity to welcome the students, the teachers from Bungoma. I want to just let you know that this is our county assembly, where we are 47 members. Currently, most of our members are in other fields, engaged in other committees outside this county. And we have 35 wards. And in those 35 wards, we have 6 elected women MCAs, and the remaining are men. So I want to encourage you to work hard. You've seen a lot of students in this assembly. All of us were once students like you. It's unfortunate I didn't learn in Bungoma. All my schooling I did in Luo Nyanza, but I really wanted to school in Bungoma. So we do hear legislation and representation, and we do oversight. Not everybody in the ward can come here and do legislation. The more reason why every 5 years we hold elections, so that we represent the people that are back at home in whatever laws we are passing here. In your history and civic class, I know you learn about parliament and the system of debate. Exactly that is what we do here. So we welcome you, work hard in school, so that one day you'll be in this assembly, or you'll be in Bungoma, or whichever assembly. In this assembly, we have different professions. We have people who are doctors, we have teachers, we have business people, and at the end of the day, we still work for our people. So we want to welcome you and feel at home. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me take this opportunity to welcome the students from Friends School Bungoma. To the teachers, thank you for doing this and looking at Kisumu as one of your areas of civic education. I know there are so many other counties. We have 47 counties, but now you decided to choose Kisumu County Assembly. I want to say thank you to the teachers and to the students. Let me welcome you to Kisumu County. I know it's a vast of so many things. And Kisumu County, as you know, is the only county, the only city with a rural. We are in the city as Kisumu, and then some of us come from the far areas of the rural areas like Nyakach, where I come from. And therefore, I know that is also Bungoma. Bungoma has several towns, but also the villages are so vast. So to us as members of Kisumu County Assembly, the major things we do are the same as what is being done in Bungoma. That is legislation. We make laws here. The laws that we make are what makes the Kisumu County run. The major one being the one for tomorrow's Mandamano called Finance Bill. It is this house that decides that who is going, Mama Mboga is going to pay how much, border person is going to pay how much, a kiosk guy, a hotel, any business we are doing, it's this house that is going to decide how much fees is going to be levied on each and every activity being done in Kisumu. That's the biggest role we are doing in terms of legislation and other laws that governs these institutions. We have created laws in this house that guides even how we run our institutions, like the vocational training institutions, the ECD centers within Kisumu County. It is this house that make those laws so that they work. Again, I want to bring to your attention that as this house, we do oversight the executive. It's only the county government that has 2 arms. I know you have been told that the national government has 3 arms. That is the executive, then the legislature, and then there is the judiciary. In the counties, we only have 2 arms. That is the executive and the legislature, which is the county assembly. So we are only 2 arms. We don't have the judiciary in counties. And therefore, we oversight the government, headed by the governor, on all the activities that they do in terms of implementation of projects. And again, those projects are passed and approved by this house. There's nothing that's going to happen in any part of this county, in any ward, that is not approved by this house and the money allocated for the same. So as we do that, as we allocate money, we have to follow and make sure that it's done as per what we agreed as members of this house. So that's also one of our roles. Lastly, the role we do is representation. And representation is whereby each and every ward, we have 35 wards in Kisumu County. Each and every ward is represented here by 1 member. And each member makes sure that all that is happening in his ward or her ward are brought to this house for approval. If you lack roads, if you lack water, if you lack dispensaries, it's the member to represent the people back there in this house to make sure that those things are allocated and done. That is how we do it, and we make sure that it's done properly. And on the issue of representation, we also have special elected members. There are those who are nominated by the party, the majority party, like here, Kisumu County. Out of the 35 MCAs elected, it's only 1 member who was elected on independent. All of us are from ODM, and is the youngest in the assembly as well. The one who was elected on independent is the youngest. He's still he's not a baby, but he's a Gen Z. So there are members who are elected or specially elected by the party. Some to represent women for gender top-up, some to represent the youth in this house, some to represent the marginalized, and then there's a group of the disabled. So all those people also come here to represent different sectors. If it's women, if it's youth, if it's the disabled, they also represent in this house. So that their issues are canvassed in this house, and any support we can give from this county, we are given to them. Otherwise, thank you very much. Feel welcome. Next time, work hard also that you come and be an MC in Bungoma, Kisumu. Even when you come from Bungoma, you can be an MC in Kisumu. Kisumu has so many MCs outside. Those who are not natives of Kisumu, because we are cosmopolitan. Like in town here, there are so many MCs who are from Migori, some are from Siaya, some are from Homa Bay, but they are here because the people around here elected them. So please, I want to urge you to work hard. We've seen the biggest unrest in the country in terms of students. It's your choice. It's either you make it for yourself or destroy it for yourself. If you decide to ban your colleagues in the dormitory, you want to ban the dormitory, it's upon your own conviction. But I want to assure you that whatever you do today will impact in your life tomorrow. If you do anything negative as a student today, when you are given opportunity, that thing will impact on you tomorrow, positively or negatively. But if you do bad things, it was to be negatively. So feel welcome, work hard, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable God. There's certain times we'll be able to brief you if you need more information. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Statement time. Next order.
Commencement of business. Order number 9, motion. Adoption of the report of PICPAC committee on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation for the financial year 2024-2025.
Yes, Honorable James Omolo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion on the adoption of the PICPAC RIP committee on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation for the financial year 2024-2025. Honorable Speaker, this report contains findings, observations, and recommendations of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee arising from its consideration of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation, KLDC, for the financial year ended 30th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, the Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation is established on August 31st, 2021 by the Act of this Assembly, the Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation Act 2021, with the mandate of developing and managing all lakefront economic, environmental, and social activities. The County Assembly exercises oversight over county government entities and their use of public funds as provided under Article 185(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Further, Article 2298 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 requires that the County Assembly considers, debates, and takes appropriate action on the Auditor General's report within 3 months after receipt. In this regard, the committee convened 4 sittings during which it examined the auditor report of the entity for the financial year 2024-2025 and received written and oral submissions from the accounting officer in response to the issues flagged by the Auditor General in the report. Honorable Speaker, the opinion of the Auditor General on the financial statement of the corporation for the year 2024-2025 was a disclaimer of opinion, implying that the Auditor General was unable to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence on which to base an opinion, and consequently could not determine whether the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position and the performance of the corporation in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. Honorable Speaker, the first issue that the Auditor General flagged was unsupported ownership of the corporation. The certificate of incorporation provided for audit review in support of the corporation indicated that a private limited company, Kisumu Lakefront Development Limited, was incorporated under the Companies Act 2015 on 24th October 2019. This indicates that the private company was incorporated 2 years prior to the enactment of the Kisumu County Lakefront Development Act 2021. In addition, Section 4.1 of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Act 2021 states that the corporation has authorized share capital of 100 Kenya shilling 100,000 divided into 1,000 ordinary shares of Kenya shilling 100 each, with the county government of Kisumu holding 90% of the shares. However, the ownership of the 10% shareholding was not disclosed, and the share certificates for the corporation's shareholders were not provided for audit review. As such, at the business registration service dated 11th March 2024, by the Auditor General revealed that Kisumu Lakefront Development Corporation does not exist, but instead a company in the name of Kisumu Lakefront Development Limited, a private limited company with a shareholding of 100,000 shares exist. Even though the private company is the one that has been receiving funding from the county government, the management failed to provide to the Auditor General and the committee documentary information or evidence to show whether the two entities are related and in what way. The committee has recommended to this House to resolve that this matter be referred to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, DCI, for further investigations into the legality of the establishment and operations of the entities involved, the circumstances under which public funds were disbursed and utilized, and any possible loss, misappropriation, irregular expenditure, abuse of office, or other criminal and economic offenses. The investigative agencies should establish individual capability and recommend appropriate legal and administrative action against any person found responsible. In addition, the audit identified and supported cash and bank balances and explained variances in cash flow statements and failure to provide bank reconciliation statements and closure confirmation for key accounts. There were material inconsistencies between budgeted and actual expenditures and between financial statements and supporting disclosures, indicating weak financial reporting and reconciliation process. The audit further noted weaknesses in human resource management, with the corporation relying entirely on seconded staff from the county government whose costs are not reflected in the financial statements, thereby understating the true cost of operations. Governance issues were also evident, including contradictions in the legal framework governing appointment of the chief executive officer and managing director, unsupported board appointments, and failure to provide key appointment documentation and minutes for audit verification. Further, the corporation operated without an approved budget in contravention of the public finance management regulations, and prior year audit issues remain unresolved contrary to the statutory requirements. Honorable Speaker, this control, governance, legal, and reporting weaknesses culminated in a disclaimer of opinion, indicating that the Auditor General could not obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to form an opinion on the financial statement. The recommendations of the committee, if implemented, will go a long way in strengthening governance, enhancing financial accountability, and aligning the corporation with the applicable legal regulatory framework. Honorable Speaker, I wish appreciate members of the committee for their dedication, the officers of the Speaker and Clerk of the Assembly, the Committee Secretariat, and the Office of the Auditor General for the support rendered throughout the period of interrogation of the Auditor General's report and the compilation of this report. Honorable Speaker, it's therefore my honor on behalf of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee to present this report on the consideration of the Auditor General's report on the financial statement of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation for the year ended 30th June 2025, and to urge this honorable house to adopt it. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, I hereby now request that this house adopts this report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the consideration of the Auditor General's report on the financial statement of the Kisumu Lakefront Development Corporation for the financial year 2024-2025. May I now call upon Honorable May I call upon Honorable Tom Nyauke to second. Thank you.
Honorable members, the motion adoption of the report of the PICPAC Committee on the examination of the report of the Auditor General, the financial statements of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation for the financial year 2024. 5 have been moved, seconded. I want to now, as per our standing order, propose a question, and I propose that that motion is open for debate. Kelvin Oraro.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The audit report, so brief and straight to the point. And for that reason, the major part of the audit report was on the unsettled expenditure that assumed to have been spent, and it has not been recorded well. And that is why the Auditor General was questioning the lakefront. And that's why an audit report sent to the Assembly was also on the issue of 111,352,253, which was seen as an expenditure. And if you look at the account, there was no proper reconciliation of the said amount. We don't want to assume that the amount was taken by somebody, but it means that the person in charge of the documentation and reconciliation of the statements and the bank statement and evidence pertaining to expenditure are not clearly indicated or taken. And I've seen the committee trying to give recommendation on the same, that the matter is unresolved. And it simply means that the concerned department within the county government of Kisumu will ensure that anytime they are doing the accounting and under the principles of accounting, anything that is needed to be done on time should be done on time to avoid such queries, which if we follow up, you realize that it is a mistake done by the said officers who could not, who failed to reconcile the bank statement on time, on expenditure, and the money being received. So the committee has done its part. I'm just worried that one of the members of the committee is the one who is reading the report and is the only member of the committee present while this special report is being discussed. And I was even surprised when Honorable Nyoke was invited to second, but I understand he was co-opted in that committee for the time being. I want to say that the committee, you've done a good work. Next time, encourage your members to come and defend and even explain to us more so that we tend to understand why you end up coming with such recommendation as a committee. But with everything that you recommended, I, as Honorable Kelvin Oraro, support it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Obeni Peter iko.
On Speaker, this report on Kisumu County Lakefront Development may be coming up in this house, second or the third time. And Mr. Speaker, what is